Now, I'm not going to start this off saying I hate new Fortnite. I think it's pretty good still. It's not the same game that I definitely grew up with, but I mean, it's still up there. I think a lot of people are under the idea that this game was going to like grow up with them and like change and alter to be like what they still want. But I think it was a lot more that it just decided to change demographics. This shit released in fidget spinner era and then blew up when like YouTube took the biggest L in its goddamn career. Fortnite doesn't care whatsoever about its original players, and I don't think that was ever its plan. It keeps moving with the times, whatever the most hip thing is. And so it's definitely a lot more for the Zoomers nowadays. I think the difference for me is when I talk about OG Fortnite, I'm not talking about Battle Royale. I'm talking about the shit that Vanoss played. When I think of classic Fortnite, I'll call it classic, because OG usually you think of the Battle Royale, building bases, what they do for their little seasons, alright? I'm gonna say classic Fortnite for this. That was when it was just Save the World, and it was not very good. How many people who are like huge Fortnite fans actually know the story of Save the World? And how many people actually know they never finished it? It's not done. They literally forgot it. It's still not done. It has been years. And they've just given up on finishing it. The whole last area does not have a finished story yet. The game used to always say early access. I don't know if everyone remembers that. It used to say like beta or early access in the corner every single time you loaded it up. That's because they never actually finished the real game. This game is still... Fortnite is still technically an early release. To this day, I would say so. When people talk about like the biggest like glow-ups when video games, alright? You usually go to like No Man's Sky or whatnot. I think people don't talk about how bad Fortnite was doing when this just became its like last-ditch effort. And this last-ditch effort was so good that they literally forgot what the real game was and stopped paying attention to it. It was a game on its last goddamn breath, and now it's a giant conglomerate with like 7 different games inside of it, along with all the collaborations. And is partly owned by that fucking road. I'm not saying that I'm opposed to the new game that I play all the time. I'm still pretty frequent in playing Fortnite. I can crank a wee bit of 90s if I'm really trying, alright? I am saying that the game that I pre-ordered back in 2017 is dead and dusted. They can always say they're bringing back the stuff, but you're not ever getting that. And if you really want to talk about old Fortnite, go look at the old E3 trailer. This shit ain't even recognizable. You're expecting this video to be some long history piece on old Fortnite and how it used to be. I am not that intelligent. Other than that one lore video I did and a couple other clips that probably got drizzled in here and there, I didn't save much. I played on a PS4 back in the day. It wasn't exactly something I could record on pretty easily. What I can do is talk about how a middle schooler pre-ordered this game and watched something he bought as like a last-ditch effort for my birthday, because I just finally beat Dying Light for the first time and wanted a new zombie game and a cool base survival open world game that I thought I was buying, and I was too dumb to look into the game that I was actually buying, and so I just went with it. You know, people get like super hyped over like creator collabs in Fortnite. You know how actually many creator collabs are in Fortnite? If you count the old Founders stuff, there must have been like 50 of these people. I think everyone in the Vanoss game, which is a yikes, because I think there is a mini lad one. So that didn't age well. Ooh, wowee. Epic Games sponsored like everyone back in 2017 to do videos on this, and like multiple too. There was pretty much everyone played it. I think most people who were around at the time probably remember that. To this day, I still use the Nogla potato on my account. I think I changed it once for like a week, and I've kept it the same thing. And the only reason I got it back in the day was because he said pun cake. How old was I, man? I was like 16. I was 14. Wait, fuck. Oh my god. Old times, man. That was like me and my friends in like the middle school hallway playing Clash of Clans and talking about the fucking banana bus. What a time. My childhood is fucked, and I'm going to die with the fucking banana bus stuck in my head. All I imagine is that one of these days I'm gonna be like 40 or 50 years old, explaining to like my grandkids what a Gmod death run is. You see, back in my day we used to nuke tube our props. They couldn't let them get out. Sonny, wait, please don't pull the plug. For people who haven't played Save the World, which I don't blame you for unless you're just grinding V-Bucks, that's usually what people do, let me give a quick rundown about how Save the World works, just in case you don't really get what I'm talking about. There's about 13, 14 different game modes, if we're not counting the main quest stuff, which we can get to later, that actually are game modes that you'll just randomly go around, which is a pretty decent size of them. The issue came to is that I think about half of them played about the same way. It was usually go to position, fort in the night, and then you Fortnited, and then the mission was over. They stuck to their damn niche. The niche was it was a fort and that you protected it, and that was the game. There was some different ones. You had like destroy the encampment, build the radar ring, resupply and eliminate were added later to the game. Maybe also deliver the bomb. But that was genuinely what you did, is that you would go to a place, you would defend something, and then you would hold out, and then that was the mission. You did it. It's usually what it came down to, with either different points or different sized objectives in the middle that you had to hold. Depending on the mission type, they can last anywhere from like 10 minutes to 30. Like, some of them were just insanely long for no reason. And that's all cool when you think of how the game is. The issue is that the story, although being a decently competent story overall, nothing to write home about, and I think I forgot most of it off the top of my head, but entertaining enough that I kept with it, fucking sucks to play. You will be doing these same missions till you die, and there is usually no other option, depending on which one you do. Best case scenario, you get something like Fight the Storm King, or the main quests that are their own custom missions that you get to do every once in a while. These happen once in a blue moon, usually once or twice per area, and are something different. The biggest issue would be if you're alone and you end up with one where you have multiple things to defend. I don't have friends. Anyway, Fight the Storm King is single-handedly the best one in the game, and it was so good they re-put it into Battle Royale as the whole Halloween thing, and it happens once at the very end of what they finished of the campaign. If not, the missions come down to usually 3 different ideas. Either gain survivors, do a certain amount of little objectives or collect a certain amount of little things on the map, or do this mission multiple times. We're not sure what the storm's gonna be like. Let's do Ride the Lightning 5 times in a row. We need to push back against them. Fight the storm 3 times in a row. We need to stop these weird fucking thing. I don't even know what they're called. Deliver the bomb. Do it twice. Lars is on his edge streak. Fucking goon him 15 times. Constant shit like that. And you're probably thinking, oh, that's the game. Well, how long is the story? Well... constantly getting in trouble in school about Fortnite. I remember one time I was in my like history class in middle school or whatnot, and I got in trouble because I kept walking around showing people the new Fortnite map. And I'm not talking about like the Black Hole Chapter 2 Fortnite map. I'm talking, look at this shit, they just had a place called Tilted Towers. I actually used to be deathly afraid of PvP games back in the day. So like I wouldn't touch like any games that involved PvP. Everything I did was PvE related. Or I just played against like AI bots. And I remember grinding because I wanted a skin in the Battle Royale shop, the season shop as it was called back then, that I thought I could just use and save the world. So I ended up getting this fun little skin known as Renegade Weta. I had learned I couldn't use Renegade Weta in Save the World, and I was very mad and tried to refund it, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And so I just got stuck with the skin that now single-handedly makes my account like $2,000 more expensive if I were to sell it on eBay. I remember being like bright red with anger because I was gonna use those V-Bucks to get like pinatas, man. I was fucking mad. But then just like, oh fucking, now I have this shitty skin I can't even use. It's only worth, you know, 4 goddamn digits. Whoopsie, my bad. Overall, this video really didn't fucking go anywhere. I don't know what the plan was for this, but I wanted a reason to talk about Fortnite, I guess. And after that last video, I wanted to talk about something I enjoyed a little bit more. It didn't make me hate myself for spending hundreds of hours on it. So here I am. I guess if it does well, I can go in more bits and pieces about other stuff. Talk about Lego Fortnite. I'll do a Lego Fortnite review. Next, I think I want to talk about a card game. I want to talk about that new shop simulator, card shop simulator. That sounds fun. Let's do that. That's the next one coming out soon. Hopefully not a week again, but we'll see. We'll see.